Greetings and salutations, and we're doing some Gold Stake Red Deck Balatro. Now, I could have played Pal World, and I was thinking about it. I sat there and I was really contemplating it. Because I hadn't played it in a while, and I'm like, you know what? I really could just like toss it out there and just, you know, enjoy some really 4 chips short. Fine. I thought, well, I could go out there and enjoy some Pal World. I was on Twitter the other day, and I gotta tell you, I saw it, and I didn't believe it. Pal World is actually making a trading card game. Now, I don't know, because it was Bucky from Pal World. It was the actual one of the devs. Now, I don't know if they're gonna make it physical trading card game, digital trading card game, or both. But what really got me looking at it is I was like, well, wait a minute. That seems like a really... Oh, wee Joker. It's first ante. I could go with it. I know I've only got 4 deuces. It's like, what are my odds? I'm gonna go with a rental odd Todd just to get past the blind. I know the hook's gonna discard cards, but I figure if I can do it with one hand, we'll go from there. But I thought, you know, okay, let's say Bucky, you know, from Pal World, let's say they create a physical trading card game. Okay. None of those were odd. Great. You really have to take a look at it. What are the chances that they're gonna overtake well-established card games? Right? I'm talking like Magic the Gathering, stuff like that. You know, you're running on effectively a wager that may or may not get you across the finish line, so to speak. Because you're talking a well-established card game that has a fan base, that has clientele. And then you look at Pokemon, again, well-established fan base, clientele. And if you really sit there and look at it, you know, people are going to have brand loyalty, and that brand loyalty is going to go so far. So, are they able to make a trading card game that'll compete? Maybe not in the physical space, maybe not. But if they do it in the digital space, they might have something really cooking. Because right now, in the digital space, you have Magic the Gathering Arena, which people are kind of getting... I mean, this is me going off of what I've heard other people complain about or talk about. Yeah. You know what? If I don't do any discards, that'll make more money than it's worth. So, you have people that are rather disgruntled at Magic the Gathering, and that's solely from the perspective of they're not happy with the way the game's currently going, right? And I can't say as I blame them. I mean, Magic the Gathering is going in the realms of, like, aggro-heavy mono-red, at least lately. And I haven't touched it in ages, right? And with that, I had to get out of that one. Yeah, I kind of want the strength. With it going into the into the realms of like high aggressive card matches, and you know, just that style of, I don't really want to say just aggressive card play, but it is. It effectively is aggressive card play. It kind of makes people upset that card games are going that route. Like, you play a game of Hearthstone, and what do you get? You get the same thing. You get aggro card decks all the time anymore, right? And nobody likes playing against aggressive card, you know, aggressive decks, because there's no, to me, there's no actual strategy in it. None whatsoever. Because you're basically playing... It's like playing against the Zerg Rush in StarCraft, right? Yeah, you could counter it, whatever, but... It's just... It's not fun to play against. It's not fun to... Well, I just lost. It's not fun to play against. It's not fun to play as in StarCraft. And people say, well, I don't know. Ooh, skip? Yeah, we'll skip it. I'll get the investment tag. And I go, well, you know, I like playing the Zerg Rush. Okay, some people do, and it's not for everybody. But it's not like it's strategically heavy. It's not like it takes a large IQ to pull off. It's literally 6 pool Zerg. There you go. It's not hard. It's actually one of the least difficult things to do. But it raises an interesting question. Is it one of those... Is it a strategy that... I could run the flush. It's all debuffed. 35 times 4 is only 100 and something, so no thanks. I don't know, it doesn't come across as a very... It's a very niche strategy. Let's just say that. I've never been a fan of it. I like being able to come up with an idea... Pardon me. I like being able to come up with an idea that not a lot of people play. It's just some random concept of a strategy, so to speak. And I like doing that. I always have. Now, I'm not, you know, an amazing strategist, you know, to the likes that no one has ever seen. I'm just an average individual playing an average strategy game. But I like the mental chess match where you see somebody and they throw out an idea in StarCraft or in Warcraft and you're like, okay, well, they're gonna go this. But then they're like, psych, I don't go that. I go another route, right? Like, there was a match a while ago. It was a Warcraft 2 match. This was quite some time ago. I'm aging myself now. And in this Warcraft 2 match... Sorry about this. I'll adjust my chair. In this Warcraft 2 match, it was the water map. Now, I thought... And most people go air in Warcraft 2. Like, when in a water map, because it's just easier to mass air and go. I was playing as Orc. And I decided, instead of going mass air, I would go mass destroyers. And the reason I would go mass destroyers is I sat there and I thought to myself, you know what? Mass destroyers can hit air. So you're going to be able to have the anti-air unit. No problem there. Awesome. And then I thought, we're going to come up with something. We got this. My friend was like, what are you doing going mass destroyers? I said, I'm going to do a landing party. I'm going to land right on their coast. I'm like, against air? Are you insane? I said, well, you could say that. You can ask if I'm insane, but let me tell you. I'm going to land right there on the coast with a landing craft. So, like, here's this one side of the coast. Here was the coast where I was landing, over here. Way off into the corner where nobody's looking. I pushed the destroyers up, and was holding their flying units at bay. I had juggernauts behind it down here. There was only like 3 or 4 juggernauts, and that was for any coastal defenses that they had set up. What they didn't do is they didn't put coastal defenses over here, because there was trees. My first boat was sappers, and I was unloading them one at a time, detonating through the trees. And then I just unloaded all my grunts and ogres and pushed straight in and wiped out his base using aquatic warfare. And he should have seen that coming, because if you think about it, there's a destroyer. I lose 3, I earn 4. It's debuffed after 5 rounds. It's a net $1. Yeah, let's go for it. But he should have seen that coming, right? Because what good does it do you? You can't, you can't destroy ground. you can't destroy like a fortress or anything if the opponent is deep enough into their own base. You just can't reach. Not with Juggernauts. So now you're sitting there going, what's he going to do? Is he hoping the other person comes in? Then I'm just going to basically run a blockade, which is kind of what I did. I might run egg one more round. Not a fan of that. Death? Fool? Fool's nice. I don't have anything, so I'd have to switch them to clubs. So, looks like we go on clubbing. Because, you know, I've done that before too. This was on StarCraft. We had another strategy which was really great. But anyhow, back to the Warcraft 2 one. And he was not expecting me to run a landing force right behind the blockade. And when he was taken aback by that, he sat right there and he was like, wait a minute. That's crazy. He didn't expect that, basically that big push with the ground forces. Nevertheless, it only works once or twice. That was not good. Got the extinct. So I like the grabber, but well, there's more clubs. We'll go next round. So it became a real fun strategy, to be honest with you. Now, I'm sure that there was other strategies out there that were better, but that one worked. And it only works once or twice before people catch on, and then they're like, oh, wait, he's going to do this. Oh, duh. And then they just kind of catch on, and it never really works a second time. Now, the StarCraft strategy was a little bit different. And this is why I did it. I used to play Zerg. I used to play all random, but I kind of got really liking Zerg at this point. And the reason I was getting to like Zerg is because there was this point where nobody was really looking at it. And it was one of those things that, again, it's in the blind spot. They sat there and they wouldn't ever look for the Nidus worm. At the time, I had a couple friends that were playing the game with me, and they were like, oh, well, we're going to go Marine Marauder Medevac, the Triple M build. And I'm like, okay, whatever, knock yourself out. They're like, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm going to go Zerg. I'm going to mass Hydralisks, and I'm going to use a Nidus worm. And I was met with immediate pushback, and they said, well, that's never going to work. That's foolish. Okay, we'll see how it works out. No worries. You guys do your strategy, I'll do mine. Start of the game, I slowly creep an Overlord all the way up, just on the outskirts of the base. Are you kidding me? 3 chips away. Anyway, I slowly creep this Overlord up there just outside of the base. And when I say just outside the base, I'm talking spitting distance outside of the base. And I'm like, I can see into the base. They cannot see me. So I was like, okay, I got this. No worries. How many aces do I have in my deck? Quite a few. That's pretty wild. Let's go for it. Oh, but that's a 3x. Oh, that's Cavendish. It's perishable. I don't want that. I am gonna have to buy it. We're selling the egg. Runner? Awful runner. Oh. Not looking good. Oh, I can only play one hand type this round too. Wonderful. Anyhow, that should win it right there. That's why I ran that right up there and I just parked it. I don't want photograph. I do want blue Joker though. Because I'm gonna be kind of hurting for Jokers. Flush. Yeah, I could use the malt. That's a question I have. If Cavendish dies from being timed out, can I get it again? I'm unsure about that. Ooh. Do that. Then we'll run those up the flagpole. Wow, 6,000 on a high card? Are you kidding me? But no, so I ran that Overlord up there, and I just kind of just snuck it in there. So I built my Hydralisks, and I split it into 2 groups. And when I split it into 2 groups, I snuck one group, well not really snuck, but I ran one group right up to the front door. It was a very small group. It was only about 15, 20 units. The other group was tucked away neatly inside the Nidus Worm, chilling. This enemy, and I said, okay, we were all on voice, and I was talking to these people, and I said, okay, what I want you to do, I said, I want you to distract the enemy by luring them out to the front. I said, we're just gonna run in, and we're gonna really kind of present our forces at the front like this is our mainstay. And they said, why? I said, then I want you to back off slightly, and I want you to draw them out of their base. Let them come to us. And, ooh, Riffraff. So if I get Eternal Riffraff, that kind of sucks, but at the same time I get free Jokers. Anyway, I can sell the free Jokers for money. Raise Fist isn't bad. So anyway, and they said, well, why would we want to do that? And I said, because I've got a little surprise for him, and it's going to come in the back. And there went my flush. And they're like, okay, well, whatever. It's not going to work. And they kept naysaying, and I said, fine, I'll do it myself. So I put my 15, Hydralisks up there, and I pulled them back, and I pulled them back, and I pulled them back, and after about the third pullback, my units just died. I just let them die. Right out there in the field, I fought until they dropped. Ooh. Cavendish Devos after a round, so I get rid of it. Get rid of this. Get rid of the flush stencil. I like that. Anyhow, I know stencil's not going to be around here in a second. There we go. And then, as they had all their forces out front, the enemy started gloating. The enemy was like, oh, that was a pathetic, without pathetic attempt. You should do better, blah, blah, blah. They were just, basically razzing me. And my team's like, see, I told you. And I said, wait for it. And I had other stuff there. And you see the enemy push forward, thinking, we've got him on the ropes. Let's push it now. Sure enough, they push forward, and my team started attacking other people, like other units, and they started to go defend those. Meanwhile, I had already had Nidus Worms in 2 people's bases. At the very least, 2 people's bases. And so, I know I've already lost. So when I pushed out the Nidus Worms the Hydralisks, I pushed right into the back end of their base and just eviscerated their economy, tore half their base out, and escaped in the Nanitis Worm. And the people just left the game. Like, that person left the game immediately. And their units hadn't even gotten to the front lines yet, and they just left the game. And then I sent them over to the next Nidus Worm and just went right out the Nidus Worm, started tearing out the economy of that people. I was called everything but decent. I mean, ooh. Eternal Madness? We're going to use the Judgment before the boss blind, because then it won't trigger. I was called everything but decent. Like, everything but decent. They were upset like you would not believe. Except for one guy on the enemy team. And this one guy on the enemy team goes, "Who uses the Nidus Worm?" And I said, "I do." And the reason I use the Nidus Worm is because no one else does. No one expects the worm. Never doubt the worm. And the next thing you saw was that guy messaged me specifically. He whispered me, and he's just like, "Solid play. Solid play to you." And I'm like, "Thank you kindly." Oh, that doesn't matter which one it polychromes. Actually, it does. So, what I learned from that is oddball strategies tend to work, and that's a lot of fun. And this is back to kind of segue back around to the whole Palworld thing. I hope that that's what they try to do in Palworld. I honestly hope that they attempt to use oddball strategies in their card game, right? In the TCG. That's what I hope for. Because it would be so cool if they did. Because then you're talking, like, alternative win conditions, right? It's like, take a look at any... I mean this seriously. Go and check out any single card game. Doesn't matter which one. Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, Hearthstone, Marvel Snap. I can almost guarantee that if it exists, people are going to be upset by the meta being aggressive. And it's kind of gotten that way even with, Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, it's literally, coin flip decides win and loss. So people want that slower card game. They just kind of do. You know what? I'll win it with high card. No, I won't. I tried to win it with high card. Well, I don't get credit for that. I need another one. Or another Molt Joker. Or something. Death wouldn't be bad. Okay, that one's not bad. Alright, so we're not gonna mess around with this. We're just gonna death one out here. O7s to the Psychic. He's just gonna consume that. Wait! Just a second. Extra malt. And he can't kill it too, so... So we're gonna lean heavy into the diamonds. Shouldn't discard a 3 of a kind, but I'm gonna. That wins it. Ooh, rocket. Lucky card. But nobody likes, you know, aggressive win conditions. They really don't. I mean, I went to the forums earlier today, and all it was people complaining on the Hearthstone forums about aggressive cards and aggressive, you know, the aggro being pernicious in this rotation. And I'm with them. I'm with them on it. I said they should have just rotated cards early already. They should have. And I think by them not rotating cards, it's going to be the downfall of Hearthstone. Like, because if you didn't know, a mini set dropped, a new one. And I've been playing Hearthstone all the time. So, with the mini set, maybe we can get a diamond in here. Wow. I'll take it. No repeat hand type this round. You know what? We'll play it. Not a repeat hand type. Because I'm not going to play a 3 of a kind. Play a high card. Get the multiplicative value there. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Did not want to play a straight there, but don't have much of an option. A pair. Might as well play it with that. And I lost. You know what? Might as well just ruin my run right away. Watch me end up having good luck with it, too. But it's one of the reasons I've gotten out of playing Magic the Gathering lately. Like, it's all the same. It's literally all the same. And of course I'm going to have a million comments telling me Magic the Gathering is way different if you play Commander. I don't like Commander. I mean, I'll put it to you this way. I made a meme, right? I made a meme. Not to be like the guy like Aliens. But I made a meme, and it's the Joker. And the Joker's sitting there, and I'll take it. And the Joker's sitting there, and he's saying, it's the whole scene from, like, what's it's called there? Hold on. It'll come to me in a second. From the movie Joker, oddly enough. Where he's being interviewed, right? And he says, he's like, so you're telling me you think that, what it said in the caption is, you're telling me you think that the Commander format is pushed by single card dealers, that is, it's actually, sorry, hold on. That the Commander format is run by single card dealers just to increase sales. I do, and I'm tired of it thinking it's not. Because that's what it is. You can only have one copy of a card in your deck. No matter what, you can only have one copy. Okay, so you only have one copy. So what happens? So who gains? Like realistically speaking, who gains from that? There's only one person that gains from that. Single card dealers. Card dealers that deal in selling singles. They're the only people that gain from it. Right? Rocket could go crazy. But it's an eternal rocket, so I don't want that. Really? Flush. Can't use a flush. Money. Yeah, no. That's death. That's instant death. One roll. Ooh, I like it. Delicious. Because I'm playing a business card again? You lost business card. Nope. Hey, I like Magician. Magician's fun. Mega Arcana pack? No, I'll do a Spectral pack though, because it'll double up. Hey, Golden Joker. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Almost had it. Anyhow, I've fervently believed that it's just run by people to get card sales, and it's never going to change. Ooh. Is it Dr. David? Get rid of that. One pair? One pair. Mercury! Nice. What do I got in here? You got a Chariot. That'll give me Molt. Sure, why not? Ooh, Shoot the Moon. I like that. I just need to get a lot of queens in hand, which... Oh, 3 of a kind still worth more. Oh, not once did I get a proc. Nice. I don't know. Maybe I'm just the odd man out. Sure, I'll play 3 of a kinds as well. I mean, why not? Because realistically, I'd love to see a card game where, you know, like, players aren't punished for making up alternative win conditions. Yeah, it's time to get into some Arcana packs. Death? Sure, death, but no queens. Great. Fool, Mercury, sure. Play a pair. I figured why not? I wasn't getting... Yeah, there's Chariot. I like that. Reroll. Reroll again. Ooh. Double-digit Molt. That sells for 2, so that's 4. Sells for 3, that would be 6. That kind of goes nutty, but I don't want to get rid of the duo. I'd have to get rid of the queen. I don't do that. That goes 2x. Hanging Chad re-triggers, gives me 10 Molt. Shoot the Moon. Hanging Chad sells for more. But the plus side is Riff Raff would start feeding this. It's anti-4. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep what I got going. That's really good, though. If you were to get Riff Raff and the other card early, it's absolutely nuts. You know what? I'll play it. I don't even know what it is. I'll play it. Didn't know it was a king, I guessed. Could have been a queen. I will buy a rental Sly Joker. Negative. Negative rental Sly Joker. 100%. Blue seal. Wait. Polychrome, foil, or holographic effect. Sure. Polychrome King, Polychrome Magic King. Are you absolutely joking right now? Would have gone way, way harder if I had gotten death. Hierophant. Wait. Okay, so steel card and bonus card are the same. So they're the same type of bonus. We'll play the 8. As I say, that wins the hand easily. Yo! Blueprint! Where are you at, dog? Just Blueprint the duo, though. That's 4x. That's a... Wow. I'm surprised I got the Blueprint. I need to do some deck fixing, otherwise I'm in trouble. I could sell the Sly Joker if problems arise. Arcana. Death. Oh, why would on earth would it be death? Why on earth would I ever want that? You Justice 1 into a glass card? I can always do that. Get some extra malt. Brainstorm. Well, I could get extra malt that way, and they just... I can't sell the Sly Joker. I don't want to sell the duo. And we'll run it. We'll just run what we've got. But plain malt if no. Play only one hand type. I believe I'm playing pairs. I mean... That's kind of the shtick I'm stuck in. I mean, yeah, it's only burning up 2 hands to do it, but... Spectral. Cryptid. Extra steel. Would have gone for the Polychrome King if it was there, but... He was apparently on vacation. Can't be re-rolling. And it's the pillar. You know what? We're doing it. You know why we're doing it? Simply put, extra hand size on the pillar. There we go. Ha, ha, ha. Really now? I hate it when the pillar debuffs my hands. Debuffs my cards. DNA. Do you know what, though? DNA wouldn't be bad. I would have to drop Chad. Or the duo. But the duo, I think, is what's giving me all my money right now. Not my money, but my malt. You know what? Let's gamble on it. Here we go. Give me the king. No Polychrome King. So we're gonna go with the queen. Yep, I need to move it there. We are gonna run into a problem. I need that other king. Other king? Leave the jack there just in case. No other king. Awesome. Nope. My play was the wrong one. Oh well. You make mistakes in life, and I made a few. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed this video, because I know I did. I always like Balatro. It's a good time, even when I fail. And yes, you know, that's the weird thing, is I'd have to say that other people don't upload their failures. They'll upload when they succeed. Me, I don't edit anything, because I want everyone to just kind of get that unfiltered gameplay, right? And even the unfiltered opinion. So whatever's on the top of my mind, I bring it forward and I talk about it. Like the Pal World trading card game. And I really hope they can hit it out of the park. Because if they don't make it too aggressive and too Yu-Gi-Oh-ish, they've got a chance. And if they don't make it too much like Pokemon, they've got a real chance to overtake the card game scene. Especially if they stick to digital. But they really have to nail, like, the free-to-play aspect. They really have to nail other things on it, otherwise they're going to chunk it. But, at any rate, I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.